Dr. Tanaka,
Yes.
what are you hoping to achieve by collaborating with HERE?
Well, we have been developed precise location technology. That's satellite-based. It's been almost 5 years, and we also have a long history of navigation development. And together with HERE, HERE has nice HD map technologies and also location-based service provision technologies. So combined with our technologies, I believe that we can find a new frontier for the advanced location service, which can contribute to safety and comfort in our lives. So I hopefully many vehicles, it's going to be equipped our technologies in autonomous driving era. Yeah.
Thank you. And on that note, Christof, just describe a bit about why it's so important, our relationship between the two companies.
Yes, I think together with Mitsubishi Electric Corporation, we're providing valuable solutions to our joint customers, the automotive OEM, and in particular, these solutions are often very relevant to improve driver safety and sustainability. And this is why combining high-precision location technology with location services and location intelligence and location data, we believe that's a very strong proposition to move the industry forward.
And when it comes to moving the industry forward, obviously you touched on safety, which is such an important aspect of all of this, and which we'll get back to. But questions for the both of you. Just tell us a little bit more about the projects that the companies are currently working together on.
Okay. One of the projects that we are working on is it's called lane hazard warning. So this is the tentative name for the service, but we both together collaborating together, and we are now field testing, and we're going to have field testing in the United States soon.
Fantastic. Christof?
Yes, I think this is really a project that is very close to our heart, because having a lane level exact data and information is something that will help overcome critical situations. We all may have faced with a scenario that you drive along and suddenly there may be a traffic jam or some blockage on a specific lane because there had been an accident or a car broken down, while other lanes are free. And you may get a warning, but the warning may not be relevant because you're not in the lane that is affected. So avoiding these surprise moments where suddenly there is something on the road and you have to do an emergency brake, which may even create more dangerous situation for drivers around you. Having this information in real time, being captured from the vehicle, uploaded to the cloud and processed and pushed back, bring it back to the vehicles in the nearby location. This is something that really we believe has a lot of potential to make driving much safer and more enjoyable too, and relaxing.
Fantastic. Well, at this time, I would love to kick it over to the audience if there's any questions. Well, then I'm going to start, and then after this, feel free to jump in here. Safety.
Yeah.
So important, and obviously such a key objective for connected and automated driving. Just describe a little bit more about your company's role in delivering that safety in the near term and in the medium and long term.
Okay, so to say, vehicle localization is quite important for autonomous driving, as you know already. And so I don't say our device is the only promising technology to realize the precise vehicle localization. Of course, there are many sensors connected to the vehicles, and fusion of those sensor data, then we can have a very reliable, robust vehicle localization can be realized. So, but our satellite-based HD locator technology is quite important key devices for doing that, because visibility condition, for example, is not as stable. So in these areas might be snowing, and the road is fully covered with the snow, so camera cannot detect anything. So even that situation, so our device can tell you, okay, here is the exact locations. So when we know that the conditions and where you are, we can point out what the object or obstacles ahead of your cars. So then we can warn the driver or warn the autonomous driving car in advance to avoid that accident. Yes.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the audience? If not, just on that point, Christof, in terms of localization and keeping that real-time freshness, just describe how location plays a role in that context.
Well, I think we live in a world that is predominantly determined by two dimensions, time and location. Where are we and at what time have certain things and events have happened in the past or at the moment or potentially in the future. So understanding precisely where things happen, that's the foundation for everything. And we were just chatting in the backstage about it cannot be only a hazard warning that comes to the HD locator. Every sensor signal that the vehicle can provide, having this with a very high precision, is of value. Just think about, you get data from your shock absorbers about the road condition. It may not trigger a warning, but you may give information to the authority that the road is not in ideal condition and may need some maintenance. So these are just a few scenarios where the opportunity space of leveraging high precision data is really very appealing. And again, this is why we're really so excited to work with Melco on this topic and make it real and see what can be done.
Yeah.
Excellent. And speaking of what can be done in the future, what do you guys look forward to in terms of this collaboration moving forward, and maybe some of the challenges and opportunities you see ahead as we get closer to higher levels of vehicle automation?
Yeah. So the important thing is that anyway, our device is connected in a vehicle network, and that means we can pick up the any sensors which are associated to the vehicles, and upload it to here cloud, for example, and then tag the precise location data. So by using this kind of data, we can provide any kind of services based upon the analysis of those such kind of data, not only for safety but also comfortable or comfy contribution that can be done. Yeah.
Christof, any concluding
Yes,
remarks?
I think the interesting perspective is that Mitsubishi Corporation is such a big corporation. We're working with the automotive division, but there's energy, satellite communication, industrial services. Equipping this with high precision location data to capture information and derive novel services, I think that's a perspective that we find really appealing, of working together with such a strong and leading industry partner in the world.
Is there any questions in the audience? Well, with that, please join me in thanking these two gentlemen for certainly an interesting conversation.
Thank you very much, everybody.